Hello, and welcome to this week's Peter's Perspective. In this week, we're going to examine the Great Resignation and what the prospects are moving forward. So, the Everest Group recently conducted a survey in this area, and I'm going to share you some of the results and implications from that survey. Quite frankly, they're very sobering. So, the first thing we discovered in this survey is that um, at least 75% of the people we talked to were looking for a change. They were looking to move. Now, as we dug deeper in that, we found that over 50% of them were actively looking, that were actively out there interviewing and looking for another position. That's quite a high percentage. Now, as we asked them what they were looking for, the answer is always pretty clear. And in this instance, it's compensation. Over 70% of them were looking to get a raise or get substantially more compensation. But to be understood. As we dug deeper into that, though, it becomes more sobering. So this and other research, we found frequent instances where people are able to more than double their salary. In this particular survey, we found that over 43% of the people were getting offers of over 30% more than they were currently making. So put another way, half your people are looking to leave, and when they do, they'll quickly find a job, and they're going to get paid a lot more in that other job than you're paying them. Now, there were other reasons why people leave, and these can be bucketed into really two other categories: work environment and social issues. Of these two, the most important between those two is work environment. Now, the dilemma here is we've got a group of people, about a third of our employees, or people we talk to, who want to go back to work. There's another third who want to stay working from home, and there's another third who are jonesing for a hybrid environment, the most difficult thing to do. In addition to work environment and this whole office issue, is people are also looking for a place where they can get more advancement. Well, quite understandable. What is really interesting is the emphasis or lack of emphasis that's put on social issues. Here again, we have a mixed bag. So 5% of the people were looking to move to a firm which was more socially aware and purpose driven. All right, understand, 5%, meaningful but not huge. Having 3% of the people were looking to move to a firm with less public controversy around social issues. In other words, 5% were wanting more, 3% were looking for less. What was also interesting was that 2% were looking for more DEI, which would be, I think, a version of the more socially aware. So, not a great deal of emphasis being put on social issues. The reason I bring this up is we also talked to companies, or the companies of the people who we interviewed. And here we found an asymmetry. What we found companies investing in order to keep people was not aligned with why people are leaving. The number one thing companies are investing in, at least the ones we talk to, are work environment. That's the hybrid work environment, work from home, work in the office, increased flexibility, better life balance, all those issues. Companies are putting a lot of focus and money into that. They're also putting a lot of focus and money into social issues. And they give the reason for this as to how to retain people. So a lot of companies are putting money and time into DEI and using those, hopefully, DEI efforts to retain their people, as well as the other social dimensions. As I always talked about, this was a small part of the population that found that was important, why they were leaving. Now, companies are looking to address the compensation issue, but it is less important than the other two. So they're not putting the time and money into compensation that they are into the working conditions and social issues, effectively flipping the reasons why people leave. This is not encouraging. Companies are spending their time and money on things, often on things that are not highly valued in an effort to keep people. So going forward, to summarize, 75% of the people we talk to are looking to leave. Half of them are already interviewing. When they interview, they're going to find jobs because this is an attractive job market with more jobs than people to fill them. And those jobs will pay substantially more than the job they're leaving. And our firms are investing in the wrong set of things in an effort to keep them. Some sobering thoughts as we go into the new year.